And a good day, everyone. Thanks for pushing play and checking out the weather with me. My name is Jewel, and this is J7409 Weather. This is from last evening, 7:30. I'm not going to go through all of this, but this weekend, that system that I showed you in yesterday's weather, it might develop into a subtropical storm. At some point, maybe a tropical storm, maybe not. I don't think it will ever reach hurricane status. I just don't think that's going to happen. And as you're looking at it here, it doesn't even show up on the 2 days. This will develop sometime maybe late Friday or this weekend. Now, I'm going to have a complete video just on this system a little later on in the morning, okay? So be sure and tune in for that. But it's looking like right now, all of the models, I've been looking at models for the last hour and a half. I don't think it's going to get too close to making landfall if it does develop into something. I don't think it will ever get but so strong, okay? But at the same time, now I'm not saying this is going to happen, but everybody needs to pay attention. It looks like it's going to hang off the coast enough. It could be another Florence, but not as severe. But it looks like it could cause some flooding. Now, I hope that doesn't develop. It's way too early to tell right now. So please check out my video coming up later today on this system, and I will have all the details and show you everything it is looking like. We got a lot to go over today, though. So far as the weather goes itself, a pattern change across much of the nation is going to generate warmer weather in the east. That's a relief. Severe weather. I told you yesterday we're going to have some severe weather and heavy rain from the southern plains to the Great Lakes, and then some beneficial rainfall in the northwest should occur. Now, as we take a look at the NAM map, this is the GFS NAM map this morning, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. We'll turn it on. I hate it when it does that. Hold on, folks. Let's see if we can get this to run a little bit better for you this morning. It's looking like the extended stretch of abnormally cold conditions from the Midwest and the Ohio Valley to the Northeast is on the verge of ending. That cold is going to end, as I've told you all along. Now, as cold Canadian high pressure remains entrenched over these regions, freeze warnings and frost advisories still extend from the shores of Lake Michigan to the New England coast through these morning hours. Now, temperature anomalies today should range between 10 to 20 degrees below normal for only these areas, as we have a warm front that's going to push to the south and begin to track north. Temperatures are going to soar much warmer levels by tomorrow, with parts of the Ohio Valley making a run at maybe 80 degrees tomorrow. Now, it will be the Mid-Atlantic's and Northeast turn to welcome a surge of this warmer and normal temperatures by Friday. Now, this pattern change across the lower 48 also refers to a more active storm track across the central U.S. today and into the second half of the week. Now, we got a pair of upper-level troughs out west, and they will work in tandem with a strengthening high-pressure system over the southeast to funnel the Gulf of Mexico moisture northward into the nation's heartland. Episodes of severe weather are likely from the southern and central plains to the Great Lakes, highlighted with an enhanced risk today in the northwest Texas and western Oklahoma area. We're going to go over all that, and I'll show you. Could get some excessive rainfall also in the Midwest and the Great Lakes, maybe 1 to 2 inches, and maybe some even higher amounts could occur in these areas. Elsewhere across the U.S., rounds of heavy showers are likely from far northwest California to western Washington, as steady onshore flow brings beneficial rain to drought-stricken areas of the Pacific Northwest. Speaking of drought-stricken, dry and warm conditions continue for the southwestern quadrant of the U.S. that support elevated and critical fire weather conditions in the Four Corners region and southern high plains once again today. Now, we have an exception to this dry pattern. It's down in South Florida and the Florida Keys, where a stall frontal boundary is likely to keep scattered showers and storms in the forecast through the weekend. And you can see this broad area of low pressure system start to pick up a little bit right down here as it moves on through. This is Friday. Hadn't really started to develop a lot. It's just still a low broad system, and by Saturday we'll see a little strengthening to it probably. Now, as we look out the categorical outlook for severe weather, well, folks, we've got these isolated to scattered severe thunderstorms, which are much likely expected with some supercells across parts of the southern and central plains this afternoon through tonight. I hate it when it happens at nighttime. I hate it when it happens, period. But it's going to be probably later this afternoon through tonight, with the greatest threat for numerous severe wind gusts, some tornadoes, and some very large hail across parts of West Texas and western Oklahoma. As you can see, where it is up to a number 3 right in these areas. Everyone else all around in the yellow, you do have that slight chance of some happening. And by tomorrow, this is going to stretch up and out across this way. But so far as tornadoes go today, it is a 5% chance in Texas and Oklahoma up in these areas. Be aware, 2% chance everywhere else. So far as severe wind, 30% chance. Now, these wind gusts could be downdraft winds. Downdraft winds cause just as much havoc and damage as a tornado. They just don't travel far. They just don't last but just a few minutes. So, in Texas and western Oklahoma, once again, be aware of the wind. And so far as hail goes, you can see 15% chance from Texas all the way up. Just a little of the panhandle, mostly western Oklahoma. You guys could have some big, severe hail today, along with these thunderstorms if they don't produce tornadoes. So, that's a check of your weather today. Thank you so much for everything you do for me, watching my videos, sharing my videos, the donations you send me. I just love you guys. You help me out so much, and I thank you so, so very much for everything you do. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day, my friends. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thank you for watching.